Hi everyone. I'm here to demonstrate the Paideia DAO management software that we created for Fund 11. We were approved for building blocks for DAO management, so this will be the video demonstrating the creation of a proposal, voting on a proposal, and a treasury transaction executed as a result of the outcome. So we'll create that proposal. Uh, and that proposal will transfer funds from the treasury to an address on the blockchain. So you can see at the moment we're in this DAO here, awesome hello DAO. Uh, this is the treasury address, and there's 64 ADA in the treasury at the moment. Here's the previous proposals I was testing, and we'll just create a new one. So I've already registered to vote. So here I'm going to go ahead and create a proposal. I've already connected my testnet wallet using Lace, but you can use a number of other wallets. So we'll call this video demonstration. Set it maybe 5 minutes in the future, and we'll let it end at like 12. Let's just say 12:40. Okay, and for this, you can do a proposal which is just a vote if you wanted to pull your members, your DAO members. Here we're going to include a treasury action. We're going to send it to this wallet. Let's just call this send funds. This should probably be like an hour out from when the vote ends, I think. We could add more recipients too. You don't just have to have one. We're gonna choose 64 ADA, but you could also choose if the treasury held tokens, you can also send tokens. Let's do 15 ADA, and that should be good to go. So we'll create the proposal. You can see it's building the transaction, and here it is on chain. Okay. Here's the transaction on chain for creating the proposal. We can now view it here. Video demonstration. It's active, currently below quorum, and there's 19 minutes left to vote. So we'll cast our votes here. You can see the timeline here, vote proposal created, currently active, and here's the time the voting ends. It's going to send 15 ADA to one recipient. That's this address that we put in. So let's vote for option 1, which is the yes option. So let's cast the vote. It's submitting now, and we'll pause the video and come back when it's submitted. You can see it on chain here. We'll just let it get confirmed and then come back when it is. So our vote's gone through now. It shows here current vote, option 1, all 1,500 of our registered votes. And now it shows option 1 is leading with 100% of the votes. We've met our required quorum of 10 votes. And it's winning because 100% of the votes are in favor of the proposal, and we needed 60% for it to pass. So now we just have to wait for the voting to end, and then we can evaluate the proposal and execute the action, which will be to send the 15 ADA. So we'll come back and do that once those timelines have passed. All right, we're back. I've refreshed this because the time limit has run out, and now this is ready for evaluation. So because Cardano is UTXO, certain things can't happen automatically. You need to actually, a person needs to come and actually execute transactions on the blockchain. the validators will accept those things happening, but unless somebody comes along and actually executes a transaction, it won't happen. So first of all, what we need to do is evaluate the outcome. So the votes were all cast. Now we're going to evaluate whether or not it passed. And then once that validation is done, we'll be able to send the funds. Okay, we're going to evaluate here. Anyone in the DAO can do this. It's all gated by the validators on chain, uh, where it will check the votes and things like that. But anybody in the DAO, maybe even anybody outside the DAO can submit the evaluation transaction. So uh, you can nominate a few people if you had a DAO to come do this. You can. I even built like a page where you can view all the proposals that currently need to be evaluated. So we'll just go back to the one that we're working on here. You can see ready to evaluate. They're flagged here. Great. So now you can see that the evaluation is complete. That transaction's now, uh, or I guess it's enough that it's on chain now that the system can see that. So it's considered passed because the votes met quorum and met the threshold requirement. So that's the winner, which means now that's triggered the option to execute the action. So this will be another transaction. So we can go ahead and execute this transaction on chain, and like evaluation, anyone can create this transaction. So we'll go ahead and do that. Builds the transaction for us. Um, the reason it says that we're gaining ADA here is because the address that's submitting the transaction is also the recipient of the 15 ADA. So if that weren't the case, then I believe the reason it's more than 15 is because there was there's some funds added on chain to keep the like minimum funds needed to keep the UTXOs on chain. And so now that we're executing, we're finalizing the whole process. So there was like the create the proposal and vote and do all those things. Now those UTXOs can be closed out effectively. So we're receiving those funds back. So we'll just go ahead and confirm. And there we go. So the action was executed successfully. We can see it's submitted on chain. It'll take a little bit of time and then I'll show you this on chain. Okay, it's been registered on the blockchain and you can see what happened. So like I showed you before, the Treasury had 64 ADA. Uh, and then there was that change, the 2 ADA that I mentioned. You can see 49 ADA has gone back to the Treasury and 15 ADA has gone to my test wallet address. And then there's the change that was given. So that's it. Now I've received the funds and they are in my wallet. So that concludes the whole process of creating a proposal, voting on the proposal, and transferring funds from the Treasury as a result of a successful vote. So thank you guys for watching. We do really appreciate your support, all the people who voted for us and everyone in the Cardano ecosystem. Also, I'll quickly mention I'm going to make a video about the other steps. I didn't cover creating a DAO. I didn't cover registering to vote for a DAO. If you're not registered, you can't participate. So I'll go over those things in other videos, so you guys can check our YouTube channel or our website to find the links for those. So, and also I'll put the transaction IDs from this video in the description. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.